Hello friends, in this video we will talk about an interesting topic, and I'm sure you might have gone to movies, right? And you have booked your tickets on any platform like BookMyShow. Do you know how it works? What goes behind the scene when you book a ticket? In this video we will talk about the microservices architecture, and if you are a full stack developer or a backend developer, this video might interest to you. So stay tuned, we will talk in more detail after a short intro. Hello, let's start Book My Show details. When you go to the Book My Show, you see different images of the pictures, right? All the movies. And when you see that list, after that you click on movie, you see a lot of details about the movie, all the actors, all the plots, right? And when you book a ticket, you see number of seats in your window, and you can select some of the seats and book them, right? And that those seats are directly linked to your movies theater, right? So do you know how all this works and how the code of this application is written? And after that you also do payments, right? And you got the notification once you do the payment for your bookings. You got an email or SMS, right? So there's a lot of things going on behind the scene. And in this video we will talk about the architecture of this application, at least what comprises of the architecture. That we call the microservices, right? If we write a monolithic service for this, then do you know how chaotic it will be? All the code will be existing in one service, and if anything goes wrong, all your platform is down, right? None of your customers of such application can book the movie tickets, and how bad it would be, correct? So the solution for this is microservice. First of all, let's talk about, if we build the monolithic service, then what are the different challenges that you will face? First of all, it will be the same technology that you have to build. If you choose, let's say, Java or JavaScript or Python, then you will stuck to one framework. And if you want to change or move to some other framework or some other technology, then it becomes very, very difficult, because all of the code has to be ported to that new platform or new language, right? So to deal with this, the solution is microservice. And the challenge with monolithic service is all the code is existing in the same thing, so all your developers has to interact a lot. And if something is, one developer is changing, then other developers' life become very difficult, because they have to understand what other developers are doing, right? And if something goes wrong, then it will be very, very problematic in terms of managing this whole project. All these challenges led to the emergence of microservice, and this has helped a lot to the developer community. But it definitely has increased the load on the architectures. Architecture has to be solid, but it makes the life very easy to create the solution which can scale very fast. And if you have, let's say, on the first month of your development, like there is only 10 customers, but if the customer goes very high, right? So let's say millions of users, it become possible only because of the microservices architecture. So let's talk about what are the microservices that can be implemented in the BookMyShow, considering the use cases that we have discussed in the starting of this video. So first service could be the listing service, where it is listing all the movies, right? And then second service could be about the metadata of images of movies, right? Actors, all that can be put into in one other service, where the data could be provided by the theaters in the city, right? And then that data can be used for listing. And the service could be about booking the seats. It will manage all your inventory, how many seats are vacant, that can be shown to the user, and user can log some of the seats and they can book some those seats. And the service could be about the payment, which will handle all the payments of the user. And one more service could be about the notifications. You will get all the notifications in the form of SMS or emails. So there can be n number of services, and this can be developed by different developers and different teams even, and they can use any technology they want. Let's say some of the services could be built in Node.js, and the service could be built in Tomcat, Java based, and third type of services could be Django based or Python framework, right? So technology will be different, your databases could be different. That gave a lot of flexibility to the team. They can choose based on their expertise available, and based on the technological developments, they can easily switch these technologies behind the services, and they can rewrite them easily. And the changes in one area of the platform does not impact the other. Let's say if metadata service is not behaving correctly, but other services can definitely help to help the users to create their workflow. Few other advantages of the microservice is it is very flexible in terms of management, product management. Let's say because the emergence of the AI, we want some personalization. Then a new service could be created about the personalization based on the logged in user. You can suggest different types of services which are based on the taste of the user. Similarly, let's say we want to do a lot of data analytics and a lot of data crunching. So those services could be created as a different microservice, and they can take that data from some database or some pipeline which is running the real-time data. So microservices a lot of advantages, and in the recent time I would say if someone is building a service, it has to be a microservice. Then only your platform could increase to the millions of users. However, this also poses some challenges, like lot of interaction between the services will increase, and this will lead to some latency. And the challenge would be it become a jungle of services. So many services are interacting with each other, and if something goes wrong, then it becomes very difficult to figure it out, okay, which part of the platform is not working properly. And this leads to a lot of interactions between the different teams, and they have to collaborate in terms of providing a seamless experience to the users. But in spite of all these challenges, microservices is the technology that is used in present time. And if you have seen some articles about the Netflix, they have a huge number of microservices. So if you are building a new platform, if you are thinking of creating new website, then the architecture you should choose, I think, microservices based architecture, so that you can scale to your millions of users and your teams can work independently and can grow you fast. And there are so many architecture patterns also for microservices, where they provide some best solution that you can use while building this interaction in the microservice. And for different use cases, we have a different patterns that we can build. So if you want to know more about those patterns, so please let me know. If you want to know more about these architectures patterns, then I'll create the video and series on those architectures. So with this, I hope you got the gist about microservice and what are its advantages and disadvantages. So if you like this video, please share with your friends and family. And if you support my work, please subscribe to my channel. This will help me to grow, and let me know what topics you are more interested. I'll create more videos on those. So you were watching BK Anikka. Thank you.